Hi, I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of vidswap.com for Lacrosse, both in the browser and on the iPad. The best thing about vidswap.com is when you upload your games to us, we break them down for you, meaning we do all the hard work editing the games so that you've got instant access to any play or situation. Now, we do both men's and women's lacrosse. So for men's lacrosse, the things that we break down include the quarters, the face-offs, who wins and loses, the possession, the clears and when they're successful or failed, man-up situations and if they converted or not, shots, results of all the shots, ground balls, and turnovers. And in women's lacrosse, we break down tags like the period, the draw controls, the possessions, the clears and whether or not they were successful or failed, any man-up situations, the shots and the results of all the shots, ground balls, and turnovers. So now this allows you and your players to log in from any location on any computer or iPad from anywhere. Now the iPad app is great because it lets you take your breakdowns with you anywhere you go, whether on the bus, on the airplane, or in a hotel, or on the practice field. Now in addition to what we do on the timeline for you, you can still add your own edits on top of what we've done. So if you want to be more in depth, like adding offense or defensive play calls, or different coach review points, or anything that's specific to your system, you can still do that. Now let's take a quick look at vidswap.com and how it works for lacrosse. So first I'm going to show you VidSwap in the browser, and then I'm going to show you VidSwap on our iPad app. VidSwap is a web-based application that can be accessed from anywhere at any time, and so you're not limited to a license of software on a computer. I'm logged into an account, so let's take a quick look at some of the application you've got access to. So you've got a videos area, and this is where you're going to upload your games, scout games, practice video, any kind of video that you want to be able to either edit or share with your players. You've got a documents section for uploading different documents that you may want to be able to share. You've got a highlights section, which is used to create your own highlights, whether it's 10 or 15 plays you want to be able to show the kids going into a film session, or maybe keeping track of all your best goals throughout the year for the end of the year. And this is also how your players can create their own highlights to be able to send to college scouts, professional scouts, or just for their own use. You've got a roster section for entering in your players and your coaches to give them access to the video and the edits. And this is also how you can tag your players in the video to create player statistics as well. And then you've got a help section that you can look up different help topics to learn more about different features in VidSwap. So here's the video area. This is where you're going to be uploading and managing your videos, whether it's scout games, your games, practice video, or any other kind of videos that you want to be able to upload and share. And then this is where we're editing those games and breaking them down for you, because you can either choose to have us break those games down, or you can still upload games or videos that you don't want us to break down for you as well. So on the right hand side, this is where you're uploading and managing these games. We've got multi-select, so you can actually do a multi-game analysis. So you can look at goals or clears or possessions over a multiple game spread. We talked earlier about being able to share video with your players and your coaches. You can also share a video outside of your team. So if you needed to share a video with an opponent for a game exchange, or maybe you needed to send video to a college scout, a professional scout, or anybody outside of your team, you can select that. You can go to File, and then you can actually create an email link that you can then share and send to that person. Now in our player window here, you've got full playback control, play, pause. You've got slow motion forward, slow motion backwards. You've got fast forward, rewind, and then a step forward and backwards 5 seconds button. And anytime you get to a teaching moment, you can pause the video, you can bring your cursor up, and then you can actually draw on screen for what you're trying to communicate to your players. And then once you press play, it automatically removes that drawing and you can continue on. Now on the bottom here we have our timeline. So on the left hand side we've got the tags that we're doing for you. And then here we've got our timeline that represents the start of the game all the way to the end of the game here. And then these blue boxes represent those instances, those times when these events are happening. So this row shows all of the different face-offs that are happening throughout the game. These boxes are all of the possessions that happen throughout the game. These are all the clears that happened. These are all the man-up situations. These are all the shots and so forth. And so what's unique about our timeline, especially for a sport like lacrosse, where it's a free-flowing sport, lots of things are happening at the same time, you want to be able to pull out big things and little things and where those things intersect. So you want to be able to pull out not just possessions, but you're also going to want to be able to pull out individual clears or individual shot situations, maybe look at individual ground balls, because you want to not only look at the larger idea of what's going on, the larger strategy, but also individual technique of what's happening on particular shots or ground balls or face-offs. So let's take a look at a situation now. So the timeline's great, which allows us to edit the video the way we need to, but when we want to dive in and take a deeper look, we can click into our filter right here. And this filter allows us to pull up unique situations that we can evaluate. So let's say we want to look at face-offs. We can click on face-offs, and then we can see maybe all the face-offs we either won or lost. And again, what's unique about our system is that this allows you to pull up just those events. Okay, this is going to pull up just these face-off events. It's not going to pull up an entire possession clip. So if I want to go back and maybe look at a shot filter, I want to see all of maybe my shots on goals, I can then select all the goals and saves, apply that. So now I have a list of all the shots and goals that we had throughout the game. And again, these are just the shots. Okay, this isn't an entire possession clip throughout the entire game. Okay, it's just leading right up to the shot where it happened. And then we can go back and we can change our filter to any other kinds of situations, whether it's clears that we failed, man-up situations, ground balls, defensive or offensive possessions. Now when we want to create highlights, when we pull up a filter, we can star any of these plays, and then we can add that to a highlight that we've already got, or we can create a brand new one. And this is the same way that your players can create their own highlights that they want to maybe send to college scouts or pro scouts. Next to the timeline filter button, we have a stats button, and this pulls up the stats on this game. So really nice simple box score that shows you the score of the game, your shots, your shot percentage, your shot on goal percentage, all your saves, your man-up situations, your clear situations, your ground balls, your turnovers, your face-off wins and losses. And then we've also got a possession time for both teams. Now, if you're tagging players, which you can easily do, then those player statistics will populate below this box score. You can easily tag players just by clicking into your roster columns here for shot, your assists, or if it was against you, you can tag your goalkeeper. You can also add your own tags on top of what we've already done. So you can go to your tag manager here and you can create brand new tag situations, whether it's a tag for your goalkeeper, a tag for any offense or defensive play calling, or a coach review, or any other extra kind of thing that you want to be able to tag that isn't already contained in a clip that we've created. You can do that and add those for yourself. In the end, the greatest thing about this is that because it's web-based, you and your coaches now can contribute and share and collaborate information on these games from anywhere at any time. So again, you're not limited to a license of software that you've got on a laptop in your office. You can now divvy up responsibility and have your assistant coaches tag different elements of the game from different locations at any time, and they all then get shared and contributed to the same game that you're looking at here. So let's take a look at the iPad app now. So we talked earlier about how the iPad app allows you to take the video and the edits with you on the road when you don't have access to Wi-Fi. Whether that's on the bus, in an airplane, in a hotel meeting room, or maybe even in your locker room, out on the field, or somewhere where you just don't know how your Wi-Fi is going to be, you can use your iPad app to do that. So I've got the app up here and I've got a full game up. You'll see on the right and left hand sides I've got easy access to player controls, so forward motions on the right, backward motions on the left. I can use my finger to draw on screen and further my point, and then once I press play, that drawing automatically gets removed. Now when I'm ready to pull up situations, I can go up to the top right corner up to my filter, and now I can start choosing options. So let's just say I want to take a look at all of my shot on goal situations. So I tap those in the filter, and I can go back, and now I've got access to all those. And this shows me now this is clip 1 of 18. This is who has the ball, and this is the result of what I'm looking at. So then I can watch this and watch this goal. I can then navigate on to the next goal after this one, and then up and down my list of all the goals. If I want to change my filter, I can go back to the filter, and then I can adjust that to whatever kind of filter that I want. I've got access to my stats right up here too, so I can pull that up and take a quick look at the breakdown of all the stats as well. So now back on my video list, this shows all of the games that I've got access to. It mirrors my account. So then when I want to download a game, all I do is I tap on the icon to the left of it, and then it allows me to download this game into the app along with all of the edits so that I can take it with me wherever I go. So in the end, the iPad app is a great way to be able to take your edits and your video with you wherever you go. You can do your film sessions from the iPad. You plug it into a projector, you plug it into a big screen TV, or maybe you do AirPlay with an Apple TV, and you can do your film sessions with your players wherever you are. You don't have to lug your laptop around, and you don't have to worry about whether or not you're going to have Wi-Fi and how good a connection it's going to be. And then your players are going to have really easy access to the video as well from their own iPads. You can go to vidswap.com and sign up for a free trial and then upload a game that we'll break down for you. You can also contact us at sales@vidswap.com or give us a call. Thanks for watching, guys.